open from there. Opens from the other side.
It'll be quick.
Shiny baubles.
I'll enjoy you, Graham. How'd you go?
Can't open it from here. Oh, locked.
Another innocent victim. Crimson City scum. Crimson City scum. Show me first. Some poison. In my face. Crimson City. Crimson City scum. Be quick. I'll enjoy your pain and your gold.
End is near.
You wanted me to help your daughter stuff the goose. I think I stuffed the wrong bird.
Pepper's always good for a laugh.
Hello again. Just heard you braved old Wickham. Would you be willing to return? I can certainly make it worth the trip. Ah, well, I didn't always make my home here. Grew up in Old Wickham. Still have the key to the old place. But it's too dangerous to go back myself, obviously. There's something I need, not valuable except for sentimental reasons. You take this key and have a look. It's in my bedroom, under the floorboard. You'll know it when you see it. Just let me know when you found it. I'll make sure you walk out of here with a full purse.
You've got quite the reputation, you Inquisitors. Not a sterling one, but your skills definitely live up to their notoriety. I sent word. My men have cleared a path for you to the monastery. Go through there and the old cemetery, and path will lead you to the swamp. The west gate is open to you as well. I honor my debts. Should you find your way around these parts again, a pair of skilled hands is much needed these nights. Best of luck with your witch hunt, Inquisitor. I expelled him for his own safety. There are several husbands and fathers that would like to string him up, and I can't protect him. Tell him to find another town to make into his personal brothel. Folks here value their independence. We'd bleed for Wickham until there's nothing left in our veins. We'd fight to the last man before bending the knee to a god king. I don't expect you to understand. There was a time when our harbors were full and our roads were packed with traffic. Sure, it was mostly for the benefit of those at the top, but there was stability and safety for all, even if it was mostly to protect the few. Then, one night, we woke to screams coming from West Wickham. That's where all the nobles made their home, separated by a gate from the rest of the city. Few of them made it to the border, crushing themselves against the walls, until shapes came out of the dark and carried them off. Since then, the gate has remained locked, and the port's empty. We've ripped out the gold fixtures and traded them for price-gouged provisions. And I reckon we'll keep picking the flesh from her bones until she can be resurrected. Wouldn't be the first. Wickham's been here for centuries. Before that, there was Old Wickham. And before that, a fishing village, some say. The city below, some reckon it stood here over 1,000 years ago. Maybe more. At some point, it was swallowed up by the land, along with its secrets. Most townspeople won't set foot in it, say it's cursed. I won't set foot in it because parts of it are a bloody sewer. And best not to even think about all the things squirming around in the depths.
Emma, you know what one wall says to the other wall? Just a little fair for roasted fowl and root vegetables. What feast graces that table?
A simple stew of rotting greens, freshly baked beef from the baker's hearth. Nothing extravagant, but it shall suffice.
What's the good news? It's good, right? Well, your face says no, but my optimism says fuck yeah! Well, that really sucks. How am I gonna make a living without selling hope to the foolhardy? Tips to the treasure-hungry? Yarns to those yearning for... yarns? I'm a man of the world. A natural-born treasure hunter with knowledge of all things traps, treasures, maps, and monsters. I make it my business to know things and help those a bit more reckless to find their way to the lap of luxury. A place to go. That's, something. Yeah, I think I can work with this. Because I kind of have to.
This place is definitely away from prying eyes. It'll do, at least until I figure out my next move. Is there anything I can show you? I've made outfits for nobles the world over. And now I'm here, in the middle of nowhere. The smell of ox shit wafting in the breeze. Oh, I've fallen on hard times indeed, Inquisitor. But hard times and me, we go way back. Not that my accent would suggest it, but I'm from a rural village outside Carcosa. I've had to go where the work was, which is how I found my way to this side of the world. What I wouldn't give to have the desert sun on my face once more. If only it wasn't so dangerous. To cross the sea, I mean. I just have a way of charming men, and sometimes women, to the point where they become obsessive. Broken hearts can sometimes lead to broken bones, so I thought it best to remove myself from a potential messy situation. From what I've seen, he's as skilled as he is quiet. I assume, just like most of us on the road, he has a past he'd rather not bring up. Or he's just not much for words. What can I show you?
You having trouble getting to Wickham? I wish there'd been another way. Something else you need? Good to have a tailor here. Sheeran took one look at my pieces and said I wasn't half bad. Got an eye for the finer things, I guess.
You know, most would look around this camp and see rock bottom. But I got here, and do you know what I saw? Spooky woods and oxwee. But then, I squinted a bit, and you know what I saw? Opportunity. Went over your maps. Outline the opportunities. Have a look. I'm not really someone who's from anywhere. For me, it's about where I'm going. Preferably to the bedchamber of a wealthy maiden who could smother me with her massive bosom. I enjoy living because the alternative seems boring and oftentimes induced by being impaled on something sharp and metal. Fuck that, I say. Every day should be lived like your last, because in this line of work, it likely is. You ever gamble? I don't just mean with dice, but with a scheme, because I did. Went all in on a campaign to raid the ruins of Gloomroot's woods. There was a plan, but my partner wanted to go deeper, to find the tomb of a king rumoured to be buried there. An experienced adventurer has an intuition for danger, and mine was going berserk. Well, sure enough, he and his bodyguards go headfirst into some spikes, and I get out by the skin of my sack. I was to be paid on completion. And that is why I'm here. Ulfa? If he didn't hammer all the time, I'd hardly know he was here. Quiet guy. And you know what they say about the quiet ones. They're, quiet. I like her very much. Last night, she did this trick with her hands. Stole the rings off my fingers while I was talking to her without me noticing. If I had to guess, it's because she's amazing in the sack. But I don't think she's into me. At least that's what she said. Explicitly.
Commander Claiborne gave word. Go ahead. Can't tell if you're brave or daft.
Huh?